everyone, welcome back to another weekly rotations video. We're now week, I think, number 23 in this series that started since the beginning of the year, showing you everything I've worn off of the week, whether it be work day or casual or off, just at the house, whatever it is I'm doing. And it's from a whole collection, so some things are designer, some things are niche or indie, but most of it is going to be cheapies because that is what I enjoy collecting and what this fragrance channel is all about. So starting off with the first day, actually, of last week on Sunday, it's a new one I just got in. I never knew when I was going to be able to get this fragrance, even though I heard it talked about everywhere. It's hyped all over across the community, just everywhere. I can't see anyone not talking about it, and now I see why, because the hype is real. I really love having this, and I have some fragrances that's in the style of this, but I think this is probably in the top ones that it is. It is from Afnan, and it is their hype beast recently, which is Tarathy Blue. I actually got this in a gift set from TJ Maxx. It was like $39.99 for this. I think it was a shower gel and a shaving balm, which I'm definitely going to use because I love that. And for $39.99, it's very cheap, even cheaper than I think you can get this by itself from some discounter website. So really, really good price. So definitely be checking out your rack stores like TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington, Marshalls, all of that, because more and more of these, Middle Eastern fragrances and the ones that are very hyped are starting to show up there. So really be on the lookout. But now this one, as you know, is a clone of Bulgari's Tiger, and it's really, really good. I now see the hype behind it. This is probably my favorite clone that I have, or dupe or replica of Tiger that I have. I know I have Terra Nova by Michael Malone and Jensen's, and it's in the style of that with a little bit of a floral twist. I know I recently got Afnan sub-brand, which is Zamaya, and they have one called Treasure, which I did a blind open review and talked about that, and I wore it last week. And compared to this is way higher quality. I think they released that Treasure one as like a kind of, very subpar in quality kind of style, just quickly get it out there. And it is a lot cheaper than this one too, so you would expect it to have less quality, but this is amazing, amazing performance, great longevity, and these profile on this is so rich and deep, way better than the price would suggest. This is absolutely incredible. Easily now going to be one of my top favorite cheapies or clones that I have in my collection. It is really, really good. A lot of citrus, grapefruit, ginger, wood, very ambery and Broxton heavy. Absolutely incredible. I just love it. I really like it. Now I see what all the hype is about. So be expecting me to talk about this one a lot more in the future, because I will be wearing it a lot more as well. But yeah, really good. Now I see the hype behind it. If you don't have your nose on this one, don't have it, I highly suggest it. I know some people said it had like a very weird, stale, woody book smell, which I don't get that at all. This is absolutely killer. Really like it. I kind of want to get the new electric one and the Tarathy brown flanker as well. So if you have those, let me know what you think about it. But yeah, this one, really good. First day of the work week, that Monday, wore another very hyped cheapie, and it's also a clone cheapie, but not really from any of the clone brands, but it's one that has been all over the fragrance community ever since it came out. Everyone talks about. I actually got this very unexpectedly way back when even before I got my channel started, but it's this one from Missoni. It is Missoni Wave. You already know what this one is about. It smells very similar to Versace Pour Homme or Chanel's Allure Homme Sport. Very, very citric heavy, except that this is a very different take on the, that kind of style. It is the same kind of musky citrus style, but a lot more of almost like a creamy candy kind of citrus as far as what I get. It's like a creaminess in there, but still very citric, very aquatic, fresh, has amazing projection, but not really the best longevity in my opinion. It dries down very, very flat, very, very low, but still the quality's there. It's an amazing, cap and magnetic. Who doesn't like that? An amazing heft and quality of the bottle as well. But yeah, really, really good. I really, really wish Missoni would put out more stuff, because this Missoni Parfum is the only one that I have, and the only one they have for men. I really hope that they can come in clutch and make some new stuff either this year or next year, just anytime soon. But yeah, really good. Perfect for the summertime. I think I actually featured this in my summer cheapies video of last year. Still works great spring, summer, maybe a little bit in the fall time as well. But yeah, a creamy citrus, very musky, very aquatic, airy, very, very nice. Really like it. Almost had a little bit of an ambery warmth in there as well. But yeah, really like it. Definitely recommend it. It's still worth the hype as well. And that nighttime, after coming back home from work, I decided to wear one that I really left open-ended. I'm just gonna walk in here and see what I found. And I saw this and I was like, you know what? Why not try it out? I tried out a Belcam fragrance last week and I loved it, so why not try out another Belcam one? This is Belcam Jo Blue. I've already talked about this one when I did a big cover of their whole Jo line, which is obviously clones of the whole Acqua di Gio line by Giorgio Armani. And this one obviously is a clone of Acqua di Gio Profondo. Really, really good. Very, very close Profundo. You get that overall kind of green mineralic sea salt citrus style, slightly sweet, even though I know that the original is better quality. You still get all the same aspects and overall vibe with this one, but for way, way, way less price, which is the purpose of Parfum Bellechamp stuff. Not the best performance as far as like projection. It does pretty well for the first like 30 minutes, but it dries down pretty quick. And longevity, it stays very intimate for like, I know, maybe like a few hours or so, a little under average, but still really good. I mean, great for like a quick going out and about. You can always spray up heavy on this. I mean, you're not gonna be spending a whole lot of money on it anyway, so just use it up, why don't you? Especially if you don't have Profundo, or if you don't have the original formulation before they reformulated it recently. This is the original formulation, so if you want close to that, this is definitely the one to go with. Still really good. Works great for the spring, summer, maybe even fall, but yeah, really good. If you think the Acqua di Gio kind of style and profile is a little outdated, this is a good one for you. Tuesday, I went back to work. It was getting way warmer throughout the week, and I decided to break out a lot of the heavy hitter, tropical, summery kind of smell ones, even though we're not technically in summer yet. And this is one that came out last year that it doesn't matter what time of the year it is, as long as you spray it and wear it, you're going to feel like you're in summer because all in the name. But it's very hype beast from Tommy Hilfiger last year. It is Tommy Hilfiger Vibrant Summer. Absolutely love this one. Of course, I think me, along with everyone else, decided to get this after Ross from TLTG Reviews bought this and hyped it up a whole lot, and now I see what the hype is all about. I recently did a video talking about some feminine freshies, and the first one I featured in the video was the female version of this, Tommy Girl Vibrant Summer, which is a great reflection, feminine reflection of this one. But what you get out of this one is something that is very sweet, fruity on the top with a nice sweet solar note, which almost has like a coconut kind of vibe to it. You may get some things too, you know, that's akin to Le Beau by Jean-Paul Gaultier, but it's kind of its own thing, like a very run-off version of Le Beau. A lot of ambrox in this as well, a lot of ambers, very warm. It's very musky as well, but still has like an airy, kind of aquatic nature to it. It's very, very, like I said, very sweet. Again, it is a noticeable solar note, which gives like a sunscreen vibe, but really, really good, very easy to wear, huge compliment puller. It's not gonna be the best performer like most of Tommy Hilfiger stuff, especially their summer flankers, but you're gonna get a good bit of projection out of it for that first hour, maybe hour and a half, especially depending on how much you spray on and where you're at and how you're working it. And longevity is about like maybe 3 to 4 hours, but still it's gonna be a very enjoyable 3 to 4 hours, which I did enjoy with this one here. And if you're working indoors, you're not doing a whole lot, maybe it'll last a little longer, but yeah, really good. Still recommend this one. I don't know if you'll still be able to find this at rack stores. It may pop up every once in a while because it's very inexpensive when it was there, like 17, 19 bucks. But I think some discounters online may still have this one. So if you don't have it, I definitely recommend trying it out and seeing what you think about it. And honestly, I didn't wait till the nighttime. As soon as that Tommy Hilfiger one started drying off, I decided to spray this one on top of it. And I think I might spray a little too much, but it's still really enjoyable, especially as it dried down and I can still smell it way later in the day, even after I got off work. It is by Atafa and is an Assad flanker that not a lot of people talk about and some don't enjoy, but I personally really like it. It is Assad Zanzibar. I don't think that this is really just a summer thing. In fact, I think this is way better for summer nights where it's cooler or you're indoors, because I did try to wear this midday and I sprayed a little too much on and actually kind of got a little cloying to me, a little on my nerves, but others around me did smell it and didn't notice it, but I thought it was a little too much on me because this is a very sweet vanillic fragrance, very powdery. It's a very noticeable iris note in here, and there's like a coconut kind of tropical aspect too, even though I don't think coconut is a listed note, or maybe it is. I think it's like coconut water, but it's unmistakable. I actually think that this, and there's also a lot of sandalwood in here too, very, very creamy fragrance, but because it is sweet vanilla, creamy, powdery, to me this smells, and I've always said it and I will continue to say it, it smells like hot steamed vanilla milk. I will never ever unsmell it. It's very nice because of that sweet aspect. I don't think this is just for the summertime. Like I said, I think it's actually more for the summer nights or like spring nights, but I think this is also very valid to wear in the fall time, maybe a little bit in the winter as well, but it's an amazing flavor. I don't know why a lot of people don't like it. Apparently the original formulation of this wasn't as, you know, good or tolerable, and they reformulated it and a lot of people like it better. So maybe this is a reformulation, but yeah, I really like it. I want to get Assad bourbon, and who knows, knows what other Assad flankers will come up with in the future, but I do want to get Assad bourbon, so if you have it, let me know what you think about it. But yeah, I still like this one. I think this is very underrated. That Wednesday kept getting warm and hot. I want something very, very fruity, and this definitely hits the spot. It smells like a can of Dole's pineapples, fresh out, juicy, ripe, anything you already know what I'm talking about. It is another lattafa. It is Qaed Al Farsan. I do want to get the white version of this, and I know there's a new version that's called Untamed. That's apparently a clone of Eros Najim by Versace. And I know there's other fragrances that Atafa makes that is similar to this profile. There's a Rave Now. I think there's also a Rave Now Intense, which some people say is better. I know Afnan also has 9 PM Rebel, which is apparently this, but way better, way more powerful, way smoother. So I do want to get that one because I do want to get all the 9 AM or 9 PM flankers. But yeah, this still is really good, especially for like the $15, $14 you can pick it up at some online discounters. I think even Burlington has this for a cheap, like $14.99 price. But yeah, it is a fresh can of Dole's pineapples, juicy, ripe. I mean, just makes your mouth water. You just want to bite into it. I really, really like it with a good bit of like a saffron spiciness in there. A little bit of a fresh, almost aquatic take to it. And almost like, you know, like a Ventus pineapple style mixed with something like Baccarat Rouge 540. Very much in that same kind of genre and style. But yeah, really good. Not the best performer as far as longevity. Has a nice medium projection. It's not really too bad. I think this is actually a really, really nice fragrance. I know a lot of people use it as a layering fragrance, that if you want to spray something and then have like a pineapple overtone on it, you can spray this on top of it, which I haven't tried, but it does sound pretty cool. But yeah, I do like it even by itself. I think it's really, really good. Not the best performer, but while it is there, I did enjoy it. So yeah, highly recommend this one. If you don't have it or things like it, it's pretty good, especially if it's a layering fragrance. And if some of you out there do use this as a layering fragrance, please let me know in the comments below what you like to layer this with or what I could do with it, because I would like to see what other new things I could use this for. But yeah, still, staying alone, it's still really good. And then that Wednesday night, my usual church stuff, as you all know, I wore one that actually complements the dry down of Qaed Al Farsan very nicely. So I think it kind of has a nice transition. Even this one is way better performing than Qaed Al Farsan. It's one that Omar from the School of Sense channel has been hyping up recently, but a recent pickup he did from Atafa, and says that everyone needs to try it out and get it. And as soon as it came back in stock on Fragrance Buy, I snatched it up, and I'm really glad I did, because this is easily probably gonna be one of my new signatures. As I just need to get it more wear and see how it is, but I do really like it so far. It is again by Atafa, and this is one called Amir. Very interesting bottle, very nice quality, very good. The atomizer is very well pressurized. It's great quality, but the scent itself, very, very interesting. So I know he described it this way. If he didn't, then I definitely smelled it this way. It smells like Qaed Al Farsan, a Ventus mixed with a Baccarat Rouge 540. It has that very fresh, citric, fruity, almost pineapple style opening. And then right behind it, you have a lot of spice, especially saffron. There's also oak moss in here, which is a very strong, well, don't know if it's really oak moss, but definitely a moss note that comes up underneath it. And that's really what stays along with the whole style of the fragrance, but it doesn't really get into that Nishani Hashivat style like you would think it would. It actually stays very, you know, aromatic. It stays very citric, a little sweet undertones in there as well, but still very saffron spicy all the way through, and that pineapple and all that starts drying down. Then again, just like an ambery style sweetness. Is very ambery, heavy, warm, spicy, very, very interesting. And then that moss undertone adding in underneath it blends in very uniquely with, unlike anything else I've smelled. It's a super, super high quality style. It really smells way more than just a Atafa fragrance. It is amazing. I know this is actually meant to be a clone of Cloud Christian's Town and Country. Don't know what that fragrance smells like, but if it's anywhere close to this, then I know I'd like it, but really I don't think I'd have to smell that one if this one is this good. And like I said at the beginning, this is an incredible performer. So even though it does have some fresh aspects in there and it's not too heavy, be careful with how much you spray on this. I only did like, I think one light spray on the back of my neck, maybe two, and maybe very small sprays on my wrist or so. And it was very, very loud, lasted me all through the night. Everyone behind me and around me could smell it. They loved it, my wife loved it, but you can easily go too heavy with this one. It's a nice atomizer, but just be careful how you apply it. I think this works almost all year round. In the high heat of summer, be very, very light with your sprays, but yeah, really, really good. I love this profile. I really can't wait to see how much better, if it can get any better, as it macerates like most Atafa fragrances do. So yeah, I'm gonna keep you updated with this one, because this is definitely one that I'm gonna be keeping in my signature rotation and see what I think of it. But yeah, it's very hard to get a hold of. A lot of people are getting it. It's not the cheapest Atafa Atafa. I think I got it for like $39, almost a little over $40. So it's right at the edge of that budget that I'm trying to keep things on this channel. But yeah, still really good. Very well worth it, what I've seen so far. If you have this, you've heard about it, let me think about it, but I'm really, really loving this one. Really good. That Thursday, I wore one that I really, really like. I really want to get the eau de parfum version of this. I know it's a darker, heavier version of it, and I really want to see what it's like. But even so, the eau de toilette by itself is amazing. It's by Lacoste, so you know it's going to fit anytime in the spring and summer. And this is one that everyone hypes about called Match Point. Really, really good. Very, very green, herbaceous, aromatic, but very, very citric, lemon heavy on the front. If you know Maison Margiela's, I think the replica Springtime Under the Lemon Tree, I think is what it's called. This smells exactly like the opening and mid of that fragrance, except this is a lot more aromatic and a lot more green. It has a little more going on as far as the base. A very woody, dry, almost a little warm as well, but really, really good. I know, like I said, the eau de parfum version is more patchouli heavy, a little darker, maybe a little more smoky, earthy, and I do want to try that out, but apparently the performance on that one isn't much different than this one, but I do actually get fairly well performance with this. When I first wore this was actually right after I got it. I got it at the beach last year on a trip I went on. I wore it on the trip back, and it lasted the whole trip in the car all the way back home, so like 4 or 5 hours or so, which is really good. I could smell it in the car. It was a nice projection. But as I've been wearing it, I noticed it hasn't been doing as good as them, but still not a bad performer. It is Lacoste, so you're not gonna expect it to be too bad, but it's also not as bad as people make it out to be. It just depends on your skin chemistry and how you wear it. But overall, a little under average performance, maybe 4 or 5 hours longevity, very intimate projection when it gets to that point, but still really good. Absolutely love it. Very fresh, very classy, very professional, very office friendly, of course, very golf friendly or sport friendly if you're doing things like that, but still really, really nice. Absolutely love it. If you don't have this one, definitely recommend it. I think you can get it pretty cheap online, but I happen to get it at a Marshall's for very inexpensive as well. But yeah, really good. Love this one. And at nighttime, I had music practice. Decided to just come in here, grab one real quick and spray it on. And I picked one that I haven't worn a whole lot, even though I do believe in it. I really like it. And I think that you should pick it up if you see it at a rack store. I just don't know why I don't wear it that often, but it's by Cameron Perfumes, and it is called Elorado Avenue. If you just by the look of the bottle and the name, you already know this is gonna be a Creative Ventus clone, but when you smell it, you think, oh yeah, it's Creative Ventus, but it's Creative Ventus adjacent. But not only does it smell like a Creative Ventus adjacent smell, it smells like something else that is Creative Ventus adjacent. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So the way that this actually comes across to me is way more fruity, way more of a leathery, smoky form of a Ventus. But the fruit that is used in this, or the kind of fruit kind of aroma that's in this one, is very specific to a very specific brand. To me, this doesn't smell so much like Creative Ventus as it does like Mancera's Cedrat Boisé or Intense Cedrat Boisé. I think even closer to the Intense version. It's way more smoky, leathery, a specific fruit style that Mancera uses for that fragrance, which I think is, a lot of people contribute that to being more fruity in a like fruit basket style than a Ventus is. A Ventus is a lot more citric, fruity than that. But yeah, very, very close to the Cedrat Boisé style. I think it's pretty much misnamed and misattributed. A lot of people say, no, it doesn't smell like that. It smells like more like Ventus Cologne. Ventus Cologne is a lot more citric fresh than this. This is way more deep and dense and dark. And even though it is more dark and dense, it's not really the best performer I've found. It's very nice for that first like hour or so, very well projecting, very well quality. But then after that, it dries down pretty quickly, very intimate. It did last like a few hours, like maybe almost 4 hours, very noticeable projection, but after that it died off pretty quickly, even though I was able to smell traces of it throughout the night. But still, it's really good. If you do happen to find this and you want something that's closer to that Mancera Cedrat Boisé style for a rack store price, this is really good. And again, the quality that Cameron does is unprecedented for the price. I really can't believe that it's really that close to Cedrat Boisé. It's actually crazy. Then that Friday, last day of the work week, and it's very, very warm as well, and decided to pick this one out. Fit perfect for the day, really liked it, reapplied it at lunch break because it isn't really the best performer, but it did very well for the last part of that day after I sprayed it. But yeah, really good from Bentley. Not talk about a whole lot, even though Ross does really like this one. It is Bentley for Men Azure. A lot of people talk about Silver Lake, a lot of people talk about Bentley for Men Black Edition, but Azure doesn't get a whole lot of love. It is really good. I know it gets compared to Azzaro's Chrome and Chrome Legend and Chrome United and things like that. And I think it is a little similar to that, but it is not as dated smelling as that, not as metallic smelling as that either. This is very heavy on the citrus, fruits, very ozonic, airy, aquatic, with a little bit of an ambery undertone as well. And this sounds very weird, but whenever I spray this on and I wear it, I always say it has like a gummy citrus thing to it, almost like a, you know, like a gummy worm kind of style citrus, or like it's a citrus gum, like, I don't know, gumdrop, or like a chewy drop you'd get that's citrus flavored. It has that kind of style to it. Basically, it's like a citrus that has a bite, if I could say it like that, and not so much as a bite like in so sharp, but almost like a chew. I really don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it's synesthesic or what it is. I know it sounds weird, but it literally is like a citrus that is chewable. Very, very nice, very clean. I got a lot of comments with it too. Very noticeable, has a very nice loud projection for the first like hour or so, then it dies off pretty quickly. But again, I did reapply it on my lunch break. I probably sprayed a little too heavy because it did last even more that last part of the day, like the last like 4 hours or so. So yeah, I think it's around that 4 hour mark with a medium loud projection for that first bit, but still really good, amazing quality. Doesn't get overpowering, even when you do spray a lot on. It doesn't get too cloying. It blends very well, very smooth. I think it's very underrated and not talked a whole lot about as far as all the Bentley summer flankers. I think this one really deserves a lot more love. But yeah, if you don't have this one, definitely check it out. And at nighttime, went out to get groceries, the usual pickup and all that other kind of stuff, shopping around. Didn't have my wife and baby with me. They had to stay home and he's having some allergy problems. But decided to wear one that I really like, and Ross would be proud of me for wearing it because it's like his signature blue he talks about all the time on Forever Hype. It is by Salvador Ferragamo. It is Aqua Essenziale Blue. Again, doesn't perform the absolute best on me, but I do appreciate it. I do like it. Very sweet, powdery, tonka bean heavy, a little fruity, kind of almost citric sweetness on the top. Warm, ambery, very much in like a culmination or combination of Blue Chanel and Versace Dylan Blue, that kind of style. Very likable, very wearable, very, very nice. Not a whole lot to say about this one that he hasn't already said about, or that anyone else, or including me, hasn't already said about. So yeah, if you don't have this one, pick it up from a rack store because it's gonna be a lot cheaper than online, but even so, it's still worth it, especially if you love your blue quality fragrances. I think this one works very well in the spring, summer, it's even fall time. It may be a little too loud or cloying and sweet for the high heat of summer, so dial back the sprays or wait to wear it when it's a cooler part of the summer, or if you're inside. But yeah, still really good. Then today's Saturday, because I'm recording this very late, had a super busy day. It's a long story. A lot of storms came through the area, took out the power while I was out doing other things for other places, and just a lot of things moving around and trying to get things repaired and all that kind of stuff. So, but I wore one because I was going out to help some people do some work and whatnot, and wore one that I think is very professional. It has easily become one of my favorite flankers in this line, even though there's a lot of other ones that people say they enjoy a lot more. I just really like this one. It vibes with me in a way I can't explain. It's just right my alley of things that I like. It is by Kenneth Cole. It is Mankind Legacy. Again, I talked about this one when I first opened it in a rack store blind buy haul, and I even talked about it in another weekly rotations video, but I really like this one. Very conifer woody, very citric on the top, a very musky, very soapy. I can't express soapy enough. It smells soapy, like a bar of soap, like a very nice bar of soap. Has a little bit of a mid-2000s reminiscence, even though this came out way later, like I think only like maybe 4 years ago, so way later than that, but it still harkens back to that style of very professional, clean. The metallic chrome look of the bottle is very much in there because it has a very metallic, musky kind of style to it. Very interesting, very nice. I really like it. It might not be the most unique thing, but I absolutely love it. It is, again, right on my alley of things that I like to wear. Very professional, very office friendly, very clean, very well groomed. I mean, stuff is just great. I love it. And actually performed on me pretty well. Had a lot of stuff, moved around a lot, so I probably wore off the fragrance a good bit, but I could still smell the dry down on my clothes and a little bit on my neck way later. So I think this has easily average performance, like 5 to 6 hours longevity with a medium projection, but still really good. Absolutely love it. I will forever hype this one up, and as soon as I run out of the small bottle, I want to get a big bottle. And tonight, after all the fiascos and all the stuff moving around, we went to my in-laws' house and just had supper with them, enjoyed it, let them see little man, and wore one that I didn't spray a whole lot on. I just want something very light and quick to be going there. Didn't want to be too cloying, and it's Old Faithful. I really like it. Saw Ross talk about it in video, like I think it's past week or last week, and it's like, I just got to wear it at some point, but it's by Armaf, and it is Club Newi Intense Man, the limited edition Parfum. Really like it. I mean, probably the best Club Newi Intense Man Flanker that is ever out there. I know a lot of people are swearing by the Extrait or the perfume oil, but I love the limited edition version. I think it's way better quality, way smoother, way deeper, more rich and dense. Just absolutely amazing. Very fruity, black currant kind of opening with pineapple. It has a lot of oak moss that comes up to it as well, but very smoky, but not overwhelmingly so. Very, very nice, very musky as well. Just very clean, very classic masculine. Everything you'd want in a vintage style that is a little more hardy. But yeah, really good. Absolutely love this. Not the cheapest, I know. It is on the more expensive side of the Club Newi flankers and fragrances, but still very well worth it. And maceration just making this even better. I still smell it on my neck right now, and I sprayed this on at least like 5 hours, 6 hours ago, so I know it's going to keep on going. Even though I don't seem to get as good performance as everyone else, I still really like it, and it's still not bad. Yeah, really good. If you don't have it or any of the other Club Newi Intense Man flankers, pick any of them up if you want a good Aventus style. It's still really, really good. And there you go, guys. Hopefully this video didn't go on too long. I'm gonna try to edit it as short as I can, but again, there's a lot. I mean, this whole week is full of all kinds of stuff, and I loved every one of them. Some new things in here, and I really enjoyed it, especially Tarathy Blue and Amir, which I think maybe the only 2 new things here, but still really liked them. If there's any from this listing that you saw that you particularly enjoy, that stood out to you, or things that you're looking forward to getting, and you want to discuss it further, let me know what you think in the comments below. Anything in here that you think, if you like this fragrance, you like this too, comment it down below. Maybe I can pick it up and see what I think about it. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, again, it's a different style, different format, please consider giving this video a like and a thumbs up. Let me know that you did like it, and that I should keep making videos just like this one. And if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, but you do like what you see here or what you see elsewhere on the channel, I encourage you to please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can see when I upload more videos in the future, because trust me, there's a lot of things I have planned, a lot of things that I have coming down the pipeline, and I would really love for you to be right along with me on this cheap and inexpensive fragrance journey. And hey, maybe I can even help you discover something new along the way. And as usual, guys, that's all I have for this video. Again, thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see all of you again in the next video on Friday. Be blessed.